What if political allegiances started to redefine religious beliefs in America? The rise of the MAGA movement has not only ignited political passions, but also has begun to reshape the religious political landscape in the United States. A potent alliance is growing, one that intertwines white Christian nationalism with the MAGA movement. This isn't just about political support. No, it's a grander vision of an America where religious beliefs aren't just personal, but they heavily influence governance, directly challenging the nation's secular foundation. This isn't a fringe phenomenon either. It's a mainstream wave that's sweeping across the country, with potential implications that could redefine the American identity. Minority rights, pluralism, secularism, all these fundamental principles could be at stake. This shift is not just a political one, it's a seismic shift in the nation's religious political landscape. What happens when religion begins to dictate the political discourse of a secular nation? This question is more relevant now than ever before, as the fusion between white Christian nationalism and the MAGA movement becomes increasingly evident. This alliance isn't just a marriage of political convenience, it's a vision of an America where religious beliefs heavily dictate governance. The effects of this blend could be profound, and they raise several concerns. The first is minority rights. If a single religious ideology begins to dominate politics, what happens to those who don't subscribe to that faith? Secondly, we must consider the possible erosion of a pluralistic society. America is a melting pot of diverse cultures, religions, and ideologies. If one religion becomes politically dominant, does that not threaten this diversity? Finally, there's the potential undermining of secularism, a bedrock principle of American democracy. The fusion of political and religious ideologies is not just a trend, it's a potential threat to the fabric of American society. In a nation where church and state are separate, what does the future hold if they become intertwined? The growing alliance between white Christian nationalism and MAGA could potentially reshape America's democratic ethos. This alliance is not merely about political support, but a vision of America where religious beliefs wield significant influence over governance. Such a shift could have far-reaching implications for the nation's political, social, and cultural landscape. It could challenge the very principle of secularism, a cornerstone of American democracy, and potentially erode the pluralistic society that the nation has painstakingly built over centuries. Minority rights might come under threat as the lines between majority rule and majority tyranny blur. Such a scenario could also lead to the marginalization of those who do not conform to the dominant religious political narrative. As the boundaries between politics and religion blur, the future of America's democratic ethos hangs in the balance.